How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Master Beer Reviews, back with another review. A little bit of pale ale time in the form of Lagunitas. It is their Born Yesterday pale ale. I've not had this in a while. I have not had it probably a year. I think they only do this one time a year, hence the one-hitter series portion of the show. But my boy, Joe from Joe's Arcade, did one a couple weeks ago, and I was kind of had a hankering for it, and lo and behold, I found a six-pack. They're not hard to find. Jersey, I don't see them that much, but up in PA I found one, and I figured I'd jump on it. Here we go. As far as what it says on here, Lagunitas in 2018 one-hitter series, Born Yesterday Pale Ale, unfiltered, fresh hop pale ale. Yeah, 7.7% alcohol by volume. Imagine yourself in a field of dreams, brewer's dreams, that is to say. A field of hops, Mosaic, Amarillo, Equinox, and other special varieties curated by the great men and women who ply the lands. In trellis of the Yakima Valley in Washington State. Now inhale, now sip, now swallow. Yeah, that's it. Done, done. No date on here. I don't think. Okay, it was born. Oh, shit. It was born less than a month ago. How about that? And, yeah, typical Lagunitas stylings. You know, their labels pretty much don't vary all that much. There's just a couple random stragglers or difference or whatever hell you want to call them. Variants on what they do label-wise. But, yeah, this one's pretty much what they always do. Yeah, what do we have here? We have a rich kind of yellow with a bit like a touch of amber. Very soft carbonation, super microscopic bubbles kind of just cascading up into kind of small bubbles, little straggling big fellas out and about. You know, just off-weight head, pinky finger in size. And there's like a soft particulate haze. Not like a real kind of like hazy IPA kind of haziness to it, but there's like, you probably see it on camera, little bits and pieces of haze kind of floating around in that sucker. So yeah, she looks like a slightly unfiltered little jammer. Let's get a nose. Man, that is like, man, just bright. Bright is the word. Bright, vibrant citrus. Wow, that smells good. It's bright, vibrant citrus. It's like literally, not literally, obviously, but literally, when you're like eating like a, you know, an orange or a grapefruit or whatever, when you actually like peel back a bit of the peel or kind of dive into it or take your spoon and kind of dig into it and you get that little spritz of that citric acid from those fruits, that kind of vibe from it. Not as acidic, but it's same kind of thing where it's almost mists in the air and then you kind of inhale it that way. And there's that kind of citrus going for it. And there's a soft, like, super non-offensive, non-ranky kind of weed quality to it. Very soft floating in the background, but she's got a nice sweetness to her. Definitely leaning more sweet than bittering in the nose. That spritzy citrus component, that grapefruit orange mixture thing, just absolutely beautiful. That soft weed in the background. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, it pretty much follows exactly to suit in the taste. The big difference being that kind of danky weed portion of the show is kicked up a notch. It doesn't come off as robust, as vibrant in the nose, but it definitely gets that up there in the taste point where the bittering portion of the show probably for me kind of trumps that kind of sweet fruity portion of the show. Probably more like equal, but that juxtaposition between the nose and the taste, it makes you think that bittering component's bigger. Definitely gets weedy, definitely gets pithy, definitely gets pithy citrus kind of throughout the whole thing, but then you have that nice spritzy, real citrus, orange, grapefruit kind of menage coming together. Nice sweetness to it. Really nice mouthfeel to it for it not being a super hazy kind of beer. Just super crushable, super chuggable. 7.7%. It's about where I think it would be kind of vibe-wise. Get a little bit of warmth from it, actually, but it's nothing too big. Super dangerous, though, in the fact that it's so crushable, so easy to drink. You can drink, you know, these come in 6-packs for 13 bucks. You drink a couple of these and you just wake up a dumpster in Petaluma or whatever. Are they still in Petaluma? Yeah. Or Chicago. This one, I don't know if they denote. This one says Petaluma, California, and Chicago, Illinois. I actually don't know if they tell you where it was brewed. No, they don't. At least it doesn't say on here. But yeah, super tasty stuff. Super drinkable. Absolutely tasty beer. And it just one of the kind of OG kind of, not necessarily this beer, but Lagunitas as a whole, one of the OG kind of like West Coast IPA producers. That's what this is. This is a new school West Coast IPA. Not super OG original, has a lot of the old guard in it, West Coast IPA wise, but the way the hops are used, the way the hops present themselves, especially on the sweeter side of things, it's got that new school tendency, which just absolutely is nailed, spot on, delicious. I mean, Lagunitas, say what you will, being a Heineken product nowadays, but $13.49, including tax in Pennsylvania for a sixer of this. That doesn't suck, especially if you like the hops. So there you go. Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better IPAs? Because it's an IPA. They call it a pale ale, but it's an IPA. It's almost like a double IPA, to be perfectly honest with you. One of the better IPAs I've had as of late. Definitely worthy of being in the conversation. There are ones that I would put ahead of this, but for what it's delivering, especially outside of the norm of today, which is the super hazy IPA, it's one of the better ones. Value and availability, that's kind of where this one shines. You can pretty much get it wherever, and you get it for like $13-14 for a sixer. Sign me up all day. And leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like hops, if you like the citrus portion of the show, you like a bit of bittering on the other side of things, you like your West Coast, but you want a little bit of East Coast, you like tasty beers. Guess what? This is a tasty beer. So there you go. Other review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing a whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little tasty jammer right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.